You know, I'm sure a lot of you look at this and you think that it's probably the most ridiculous thing going on right now. That it's the most unnecessary thing going on. And you'd probably be right. But you know what? There's an old saying that when it comes to having to do something you don't like, you have to view it as something that you do almost every year. And every year, people sometimes have to go and get what's known as a flu shot. And they, along with their kids, may not like the fact that they're getting a needle stuck in them. But they know that the quicker it gets done, the quicker they can move on with their lives and not worry potentially about getting sick. And when people look at a mask like this, they look at something that they feel in their minds is a surrender. To them, you are surrendering your freedom. You are falling into submission. You are letting yourself be manipulated. And here's the thing. They could be right, but maybe they just don't understand. You see, there's not a day that I don't wake up and go to work along with my fellow associates and employees and not dread at the fact that we have to put these things on. But we put them on, ladies and gentlemen, because we know it calms people's fears. We know it helps them understand that we are willing to do whatever it takes to subdue this deadly virus. Now, I'm not going to stand here and lie to anybody, because I've come out several times here on YouTube, if not once, and I have said, even in a podcast on Anchor.fm, which you can also listen to through, Spotify and iHeartRadio and places like that. I have come out at one point and I said that everything going on with this virus, this pandemic, is overhyped. That it's being exaggerated. And in a way, I still stick by that. But I also see the seriousness in it. But I also understand now exactly why people fear it. Because some people are indeed symptomatic. And by being symptomatic, there is a fear in them that if they catch it, that could be it. That could be the end of them, and I understand that. Heck, I lost a co-worker that I've worked with for 6 years thanks to this pandemic, to this virus. I lost a co-worker. And just recently, news broke that the possibility of another case may have happened, but I cannot say whether that's true or not. It's just a rumor. It's just speculation. But that is why our company, and many companies like ours, has their associates, their employers, their workers, or employees, their workers, wearing these when they go into work. Having them get their temperature checked, having them sanitize their hands, having them put on latex gloves. It's all done for a reason. And that reason is to not only protect themselves and protect their company from having to shut down maybe for a while, but also to protect those that shop with them, that partner with them. This is why it's done. It's not out of submission. It's not out of control. It's out of one reason, and that is to help you and everybody else. You think I'm the only one that doesn't like this? There are members in my family that do not like wearing this. They do not like having to go into public places and wear this because they feel it's unnecessary, that this to them is not the real answer. But every day, they, my sisters, my brother-in-laws, my nephews, my niece, my cousins, they will go into work. My aunts, my uncles, they will go into work. They will put these on. And even though they feel it's unnecessary, they'll do it because they know it's to help protect others. It's not to harm them. It's not to put them into submission. It's to protect them. It's also to calm the fears of those that, like I say, shop with them or partner with them. Because there are many, I will tell you honestly, folks, ever since this thing started, there are many shoppers, customers that will come in that if you're not wearing this, they will give you a look and wonder why you, someone that works for that company, aren't wearing it. There are customers that I have dealt with that will ask me and my other fellow associates, can you wipe down the counter? Can you wipe it down? Because it's dirty. I don't want to put my food there. I don't want to put my chemicals that I use to disinfect my own house there. This may seem ridiculous. This may seem like it's an unnecessary need. But it's done to help protect others and to calm the fears of those that right now, in my opinion, thanks to the damn media, are getting mixed signals. Because as I said before, they don't know who to believe. They don't know who is telling the truth. They don't know if ABC's telling the truth. They don't know if Fox is telling the truth. They don't know if CBS, CNN, NBC, they don't know who's telling the truth. For all they know, each and every one of those networks, those news mediums, could be lying. Because they don't know who to believe. You know what's funny is I wore this today. I wore this today, folks, at work. I talked to a customer. He was, I think, wearing a mask, or he wasn't, I don't know. But even he felt it was ridiculous. Even he agreed, I should say, that people are getting mixed signals so they don't know who to believe. But I'll tell you one thing, folks. I'll tell you one thing. There are many many associates that I work with, fellow associates that I work with, that when we get our 15 to 60 minute breaks, with our 15-minute breaks or our 60-minute lunch breaks, that when that time comes and we have these still on, even when we clock out, the moment we step into that lounge, into that break room, whether it's in the back or the front, or we step outside to go to our cars to go home, or to drive off to maybe a Wendy's or a Flying J or whatever to get something to eat, you know what we do? We take these off because we don't even like wearing them, but we know why we have to wear them. And we don't complain about wearing them. We understand why it has to be done. So for those that are complaining about the fact that the governors across the country in each of their states is, basically taking away the freedom, taking away the rights. You have a right to your opinion to believe that, and maybe part of that's true. But maybe they wouldn't be doing it if perhaps you would just put this on. It's a temporary deal. You don't have to wear it all day. You just have to wear it in areas that they feel would be the most infected. Because if you do this, like I said earlier, it's like getting a freaking shot. The quicker you get it done with, the quicker things will get back to normal. It's like people telling me about my teeth. It's like the sooner I get them fixed, the better I will feel. And that's basically what this is. We may not all like wearing it. We may all feel like it's taking away our breathing. It's making us hard to breathe. It's making us hot under the collar. You know, stuff like that. But the truth is, folks, you have to look at it like getting a shot, a flu shot. It may hurt, but guess what? The sooner it's done with, the sooner you can get back to a normal life. The sooner you can go out and play. The sooner you can go out to a movie. The sooner you can go to a theme park like Disneyland or Universal and not have to worry about wearing something like this ever again. It's just like getting a shot, folks. It's just like getting a shot. It's uncomfortable, yes. But in the end, it will lead to a quicker result and a better result. Like I said, there's not a moment during the day that me and my fellow associates, we cannot wait, I should say, till we either get off or we go to our lunch or we go to a 15-minute break to where we can basically take this down and breathe, or we could take it off and put it in the trash because we don't need it. We don't want it. I'll tell you, there's not a day that my family and any other family out there doesn't look at wearing this and say to themselves that the moment they get home, the thing goes in the trash because they feel it's not necessary. And that's the truth, folks. That is the truth. And this is coming from somebody that has to wear this 6 to 8 hours a day. I wore this 7 to 4 or today. The only times I took it off was during my breaks, my 2 15-minute breaks, and my 1 hour lunch. That's the only time I took this off. But guess what? When I got back in, you know what I did? I reached into a box like this, sanitized my hands, put on gloves, and like I said, reached into a box like this, put the mask on, and went back, clocked in, and went back to work. Did not complain. And you know all I did throughout my job, if I couldn't, get on my last 15-minute break or my first 15-minute break on my lunch, you know what I did? I did this. And that's it. I would take it down, breathe a little bit, put it back on. That's all I would do. And you know what? I also learned a trick. That if you pinch the metal part right here, it helps you breathe a little bit more, and it doesn't fog up your glasses if you have to wear them. The fact of the matter is, folks, this may be uncomfortable to you, but it's not taking away your freedoms. It's not taking away anything. It's just a temporary deal. It's like I said, it's like getting a freaking shot, but you have to get the shot every day. But the thing is, the quicker you get the shot, the quicker you can get back to your normalcy of life. And that's all this is, folks. It's just a temporary deal. The sooner you do this, the quicker things can be back to normal. Do you want to have your governor, like our governor, is not threatening, but basically kind of hinting at the fact that, hey, if you don't do something like this over the 4th of July weekend, I may have to enforce things? You want your governor to do that? I don't want my governor to have to end up enforcing things, having to enforce this. I don't. Do you? So all I ask in the end, folks, from someone that has to wear this 6 to 8 hours or 4 to 8 hours a day for a major retail company, all I ask is just look at it as getting a shot, an annual flu shot, or a daily flu shot that you have to get every day. Look at it like that, and look at it as something that is only temporary, and that the quicker you do it, the quicker things can get back to normal. That's all I ask, folks. That's all I ask you to do. And this is coming from somebody that works for one of the biggest retailers in the world. That's all I ask. So, for anybody watching, I want to know what your answer is to it. What's your solution going to be?